Special Assistant to President Buhari on National Assembly matters, Senator Ita Enang, has condemned the 7th National Assembly for various corruption scandals that rocked the last administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. Senator Ita Enang stated this at a news briefing in Abuja. He explained that if the last National Assembly had taken their oversight function serious, corruption cases in petroleum and security sector would have been avoided.
If the National Assembly and the different committees of the National Assembly were doing their work in the 7th Assembly, we checking what was happening in the office of the National Security Advisor, checking what was happening in the Petroleum Ministry, we will not have the Desiani Gate. We will not have all the other gates. You understand? We will not have the kind of what we are now coming to probe as monies that are given, how petroleum money was used for different things. We will not. But because the legislature at that time, because we at that time concentrated less, I'll be try to careful. That is why we are having this appeal that the 8th Assembly is 7th. I plead guilty. I want to apologize, but I want to say that if the legislature did its work as it is doing now, I think we wouldn't have this situation.
Also speaking on the executive legislature relationship, Special Assistant to the President said the incumbent National Assembly and the executive led by Muhammadu Buhari could be described as the best so far. He explained that the present dispensation of both executive and legislature are doing less politics and more of governance.
I want to say that in the last 18 years of democracy, or 19, this is the best year of the best relationship between the executive and the legislature. I have participated in all, because this is a legislative-executive relationship which is based on do your work, I do my work. Each side is fully concentrating in handling its own aspect of the work. And I want to say that on account of this, the legislature has been very active, very productive in terms of legislations passed. In the next few weeks, I will release the details of the legislation which the National Assembly has passed, those assented to, and those which have been, which assent has been withheld, and the legislature communicated or pending communications.
From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
Benue State Governor Samuel Otom has said that he is open to any military option that could put an end to the killing of his people, which he described to have taken a new dimension since the January 1st incident in some part of the state. Otom, who was responding to questions by State House correspondents on the way forward, was at the presidential villa to brief President Muhammadu Buhari on the latest killings in his state, stating clearly that regulating open grazing held the key to ending the crisis.
Anything that can stop the killing of my people, I go for it. I support it. Any policy or any directive, anything that will help stop the killing of these innocent people who are not armed, we go. Because this cannot continue. You know that continuity of this will create greater challenges for us. The law on prohibition of open grazing and establishment of ranching was made out of the necessity to ensure that we have peace for herdsmen and farmers. And that is what we have done.
The governor, who used the medium to counter the position of the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Audu Ogbe, who had earlier in a separate forum hinted of plans to establish cattle colonies to accommodate the interests of herders community, stated that he is yet to be briefed officially on what the colonies entails.
I'm waiting to be briefed about what colony means. I don't understand it until I know what it is. But like I keep saying, for us, the way forward is ranching. And up to this time that I'm talking to you, the way forward is ranching because it is global best practice. Not for me to create ranches. I know that as a farmer, I have one in my farm. There are several other people who are free. The permits are available for people who want to ranch their cattle to also access land and begin to ranch. So it is free for everybody, and that is the right way to go. And since we started the implementation, there has been relative peace amongst farmers and herdsmen. They were doing well until this militia coming from this Meatiela Cotton Hore came and attacked us. And we know where they are. As I talk to you, they are in Tungwa, in a way local government. That is where these people are camped and coming to attack people. And they're taking a different dimension.
Samuel Otom, who dispelled the rumors that he was blocked from seeing President Muhammadu Buhari when the attack occurred, described such rumors as fictitious. He therefore used the medium to call for the immediate arrest and prosecution of the leader of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association in the state, who has made so much threats to peace in Benue State.
I believe that my request that the leadership of Miyetti Allah Cotton Hore, who had earlier threatened, and I accused them directly since June. I've been writing to the security agencies that these people are a threat to our collective interests and they must be dealt with. They must be arrested and prosecuted because we cannot allow impunity to continue to thrive. And of course, threat and no action have resulted to this killing. And I think that Mr. President will also do the needful to ensure that something is done urgently.
It will be recalled that it was a case of New Year's celebration gone sour in Benue State on January 2nd when herders allegedly opened fire on residents in Akko village in Guma local government area of the state, leaving over 20 persons dead, including women and children. From the Aso Presidential Villa, Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefifen for Ben Television.
Following the herdsmen killing in Benue State, President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered the Inspector General of Police, Idris Ibrahim, to relocate to the state in order to prevent further loss of life and forestall the crisis. According to the statement issued by the police spokesman, Jimoh Moshood, the president gave the order in Abuja. According to the statement, the Inspector General of Police will be moving to Benue State with 5 units of anti-riot policemen, making a total of 10 units deployed to the state in addition to other police contingents and special forces. It will be recalled that suspected Fulani herdsmen attacked some community in Benue State last week, which led to the loss of life of many people. Teachers in public primary schools in Kaduna State at the beginning of the week embarked on an indefinite strike. The Nigerian Union of Teachers gave the directive for the industrial action in order to make the state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, to reverse the sacking of over 20,000 teachers, which the government claimed had failed the competency test conducted last year. The strike action also had the support of Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC). Meanwhile, the state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, has threatened to sack any teacher who join the industrial action.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanet.
Nanet?
Nanet offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanet, service with a smile.
Happy birthday, oh. Yeah, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, oh. Happy birthday, oh. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Capitinosa, happy birthday. Long life I wish you. Hey, happy birthday, many prosperity. Hey, happy birthday, very important. In good health. Hey, happy birthday. More grace, good health, prosperity, age with grace. On and on. Your children will celebrate you. Loved ones will celebrate you. The nation Nigeria will celebrate you. The world will celebrate you. In short, Peking where they never born, they will celebrate you.
Captain Dr. Idahosa Wells Okumbo JP, who stands before you today, is a model, a case study of success, who in his life and business experiences has traversed the land, the sea, and the air. At 30, he has logged 7,500 hours of flight time as a commercial jet plane pilot. Many years later, he ventured into agriculture, where his company, Wells Farm Limited, has invested millions of dollars in greenhouse farming and agro-allied business in Edo State. He is then on solid grounds. Wells Farm greenhouses are under construction. On completion, it is expected that vegetables and other produce from the farm will be available for both domestic and export markets. Wells Farm Limited has also acquired a 9,000-hectare farmland for an agribusiness concern in Edo State that would in the end be built into an agricultural park. The concern is that big that it is projected in the first instance to generate 25,000 jobs, with a capacity to, through spin-offs and support services, to create over 60,000 indirect jobs.
Happiest birthday, my dear son, Captain Okumbo. When I was told you are celebrating 60 already, when your clock is on, and I know God have mercy to all of you who at 60 who have excelled, conquered, achieved, matured. That's what about. When I inadequate for me to say thank you to God Almighty to see you all grow from me to maturity and move your parents. I know how to care for you. And with them one, you have never at the moment let me down. Keep on, son. Have a longer life, and God will protect you and guide you in all you're doing. Excel. Okay. God bless you.
Captain Nusa, at 60, when the name comes to mind, what do you think about him? Some said he's a philanthropist, some said he's a businessman, some said he's a man who is in love with art and culture. How will you describe Captain Nusa?
I would say he's a real patriot and a genuine Benin man. He's a great Edo citizen, somebody who has accomplished through a dint of hard work. His accomplishments were self-made. What is great about him, which most people don't know, is that he has a very, very empathetic side to him. He can barely see people in need, people languishing or suffering, and he's not pricked. His heart is not pricked to assist him. Maybe that's why they say he's a philanthropist. He also is very large-hearted, very forgiving, very pragmatic businessman, a cultural icon, and someone to whom so many people are indebted. He's also a person who believes in progress and development of other people and the state. He's a restless entrepreneur, always pushing the frontiers of business, taking risks, trying new things, and time has shown that he's a real survivor.
And on the sea, this is a different kind of story to tell. With over 50 seaworthy vessels, both for security and crude oil movements, his twin companies Ocean Marine Solutions Limited and Ocean Marine Tankers Limited wrought wonders in bailing out the NNPC from its challenge when it had to move crude in marine vessels to the refineries in Warri and Port Harcourt, as the oil pipelines had been massively vandalized. And when the NNPC found the sea vessels movements too expensive and uneconomical, without prompting and at his own business costs, armed with only a letter of comfort from the NNPC, and without any assurance of refund payment, his companies mobilized to site, fixed the integrity of the pipelines, and to date, the refineries receive pumped crude oil. I wonder how else you define patriotism. Nigeria was thus saved huge foreign exchange through his humongous dollar expenses. The refineries now receive steady stock, and we all move around without knowing that behind it all is a genuine and selfless Nigerian. Also, his company Ocean Marine Solutions during the past 10 years has supported in raising the level of oil production in Nigeria and its sustenance by providing dedicated and efficient security solutions for offshore production assets of the major international oil companies operating in the country. Join me to salute our true patriot, Captain Dr. Idahosa Wells Okumbo JP. Captain Okumbo's hands have a touch of gold. What has he engaged in his life trajectory that never turned to gold? Captain Dr. Hosa Okumbo registered his first company, Hosen Nigeria Limited, in 1986 and subsequently quit paid employment as a pilot and moved into business in 1988. Hosen Ventures Limited represented Axo Nobel Catalyst and was responsible for the successful supplies of refinery catalysts that were used for the FCCU in major refineries in Nigeria for more than 2 decades. Hosen Ventures also represented several other equipment manufacturers for the refinery plant. The company participated in the procurement of major engineering components for the Warri refinery turnaround maintenance between 1990 and 1994. Subsequently, through his Hosen Technologies Nigeria Limited, one of the first indigenous companies to carry out engineering, procurement and construction EPCI contract in Nigeria, was able to complete and commission the early production facility for Nigerian Petroleum Development Company NPDC at Ajoki Ozegbe, Southfield, Edo State in 2001. Captain Dr. Hosa Okumbo is also chairman of CMES OMS Ventures, a service provider in the oil and gas industry. CMES OMS Ventures has capacity to undertake EPCI projects, including drilling projects in oil fields up to first oil. It all tells the story of the man and why his accomplishments precede him and why OMS is highly rated and favored in the industry. Captain Dr. Idahosa Wells Okumbo has since enlarged his conglomerate beyond marine security and logistics to cover property, real estate, hotel and hospitality, aviation, entertainment, energy, telecoms, manufacturing and agriculture, and with chairmanship and membership of corporate organizations in Nigeria and overseas. Old Captain Okumbo is a philanthropist and has contributed immensely to youth empowerment in his home state, Edo State, and beyond. In 2012, the American Congress honored him with the African Titan Award for being a voice of the Niger Delta people through his movie Black November. The prestigious Citadel of Learning, the University of Benin, also honored him that year with a doctorate degree in November 2012 in recognition of his community service and achievements as an outstanding entrepreneur. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, permit me to present to you the farmer, the industrialist, the patriot, the philanthropist, a culture and arts promoter, a man of honor, integrity and hard work, a visionary, a man with unusual courage, a proud father of amazing children, the husband of Nusa, Captain Dr. Idahosa Wells Okumbo JP.
To begin with, surprising that Captain Hosa is already 60. He's a very great one. I thank God for his life. He is a humble man who started from a very humble beginning and from a humble and respectable background. He is the one man who can be described as rich in our African balance, but who is never proud. He is respectful, he's normal in his character, and as a matter of fact, he's an enigma. And we'll continue to pray for him that God will continue to raise him from one level to the higher. Amen. From the higher to the highest. And Hosa for you.
On his 60th birthday, all of us, the government, people of Edo State, wish this fine, quintessential gentleman, an icon of our community, a happy birthday and many, many happy returns. We pray that the Almighty God will continue to guide him, give him good health, sustain his acumen, and bless his family so that he can live to a ripe old age in happiness. Congratulations, Captain.